Imagine standing before a door that hasn't been opened in over 3,000 years. Behind it lies air untouched since the days of the pharaohs. In 1922, archaeologist Howard Carter stood before that door, deep in Egypt's Valley of the Kings. He was moments away from uncovering a secret that would astonish the entire world, because what he found inside was more than gold. It was a glimpse into a forgotten world. For 6 long years, Carter had searched the sands of the Valley of the Kings. Other archaeologists had already abandoned the area, convinced there was nothing left to find. But Carter refused to give up. He believed one tomb still lay hidden beneath the desert, the resting place of a nearly forgotten ruler, Tutankhamun, the boy king who ruled for less than a decade and vanished from history. When his patron, Lord Carnarvon, threatened to end the funding, Carter begged for one final season of excavation. That last chance would change history forever. In November 1922, one of Carter's workers uncovered a carved step buried in the sand. Beneath it lay a sealed doorway, plastered and stamped with royal insignia. When the seal was finally broken, Carter peered into a darkness untouched for more than 30 centuries. Before him lay a room packed with treasures, chaotic, breathtaking, and untouched by time. He had discovered the tomb of Tutankhamun, the only nearly intact royal burial ever found in Egypt. Inside the tomb was a world frozen in time. Walls shimmered with gold. Furniture, chariots, weapons, jewelry, and statues filled every inch of space. Jars of wine, oils, and withered flowers lay beside food meant to sustain the pharaoh in the afterlife. At the center of it all stood a massive golden shrine containing multiple nested coffins, each smaller and more ornate than the last. The final coffin, made entirely of solid gold, held the perfectly preserved mummy of the boy king himself. And resting upon his face was the golden mask that would become one of the most iconic artifacts in human history. Among the countless treasures were items that revealed a deeply human side to the young ruler. Simple sandals that once walked the palace floors, games he had played as a child, a walking stick he likely used after suffering a leg injury, even a lock of his grandmother's hair kept close to him in death. These personal objects told a story not of a distant god, but of a boy, one who lived, loved, and died too young. For the first time, the ancient Egyptians no longer seemed like myths, but people. But alongside the wonder came fear. A supposed inscription warned that death would come swiftly to anyone who disturbed the king's eternal rest. Only months after the discovery, Lord Carnarvon, the man who had funded the expedition, died unexpectedly from an infection. The world's newspapers exploded with headlines about the pharaoh's curse. Though scientists dismissed it as coincidence, the legend only grew stronger with every mysterious death or illness that followed. The curse became part of Tutankhamun's story, a haunting echo that refused to fade. Today, more than a century later, Tutankhamun's tomb remains the most extraordinary archaeological discovery ever made. The treasures that were meant to accompany him into eternity now rest in museums, admired by millions. Through his death, the young pharaoh achieved immortality, not for what he did in life, but for what he left behind in death. What they found inside Tutankhamun's tomb changed everything we thought we knew about ancient Egypt. But perhaps the real treasure was never the gold. It was the story, a reminder that every secret comes with a price. Do you think the curse was real or just a legend born of fear? Let me know in the comments below. And if you love uncovering secrets of the ancient world, subscribe now, because this is Hidden Mystery.